When we receive price lists from our suppliers, sometimes the UPC is not formatted in a nice clean way like this. Sometimes they might have dash separators in between the numbers like this over here. And sometimes you might get scientific notation, basically numbers, dots, and then some weird numbers after that. So you want to fix both of these things when you get a price list from your supplier, because some software scanners don't accept these versions. They want the proper UPC in order to function correctly. So let me show you how to fix both of these issues now. To fix the dash issue, let's select the UPC column. So I'm going to grab the whole column and I'm going to press Control and H. So this brings up the find and replace feature. If you have trouble remembering this, you can also use Control F or the find over here, and next to it is the replace feature. Okay, so what are we doing here? So we're finding the dashes and we're replacing them. Okay, and in this case, because we want to delete the dashes, what we have to do is we have to replace them with nothing. Okay, so we're going to press the dash and we're replacing with nothing. If we want to replace it with something else, we could, for example, replace every single dash with a question mark. That would mean everywhere there's a dash here, instead of a dash, it will be a question mark. But because we want to remove these entirely, we're replacing the dash with nothing. So I'm going to click on Replace All. And now 6,720 replacements were made, all in an instant, for the entire column that we're looking at. Excel sometimes will convert UPCs into scientific notation. Not because it hates you. It actually thinks it's doing you a favor, making it easier to read long numbers. But we have to tell Excel, hey, it's not a number, it's a UPC. We don't need to do math on a UPC. We effectively will be treating it as a text string. So when this happens, we want to convert this ASAP before we lose any important numbers from the UPC. There are different ways we can do this, so let me show you a few. So one of the simplest ways to convert scientific notation into a normal UPC is we highlight the whole column and we come up to the top over here and we change it to a number. Okay, so that did work, but we did get these decimal points after that, so we want to remove them. So I'm just going to head over to here and click on decrease decimal points. So I'm going to click on that twice, and there we go. We're back to a normal UPC. So if that didn't work, I'll show you another method. So just converting it back to a scientific notation. Now, the next method is we have to press Control and the number 1, or bring up the Format Cell feature. Another way to do this, if you don't want to press Control 1, is you right click on it and you go to Format Cells just over there. Okay, so where it says Custom, you want to click on Custom, and where it says Type, remove the word General and just type in 10 and hit OK. It worked this time. Okay, so that's the method 2. Now, the third method, I'm just going to press Control Z and bring it back to scientific notation. The third method is we want to, again, head to Format Cells or press Control 1 to bring up Format Cells. And under Custom, we want to remove General and we want to type in 12 zeros. 12 meaning the amount of digits in a regular UPC. So I'm going to type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 zeros. Okay, note that this method is probably the best. So using the 12-0 method, because the other methods might ignore the first digit if they start with a 0, whereas using the 12-0 method also includes UPCs that start with the number 0.